Going, I'm going to show you how to work this Jay Feather. So right up front you do have your electric tongue jack, the little light switch there, up and down on the buttons, and then there's a little tab on the top. So basically if you lost power to this, you can take this off and you'll have a manual crank to get you up or down. With the propane here, there's about 5 gallons in each. They are both filled. The regulator in the center has an arrow. It's facing this tank right now, so you'd be drawing from this tank first. I recommend one open, one closed, but they do automatically transfer if you have them both open. With your battery back here, if it's plugged into the vehicle or into 30 amp, it will be charging. If you aren't able to be plugged in, this will run all the simple things like the lights. It'll run out your slide and the pump. Let's see, that's pretty much it, except for on this side. You do have a solar panel hookup, so if you are off-grid doing a lot of that sort of camping, you can plug that in and that'll just top off the battery itself. Right this way, in your storage here, you've got a light that's controlled from right in the middle there. You do have a battery disconnect, so basically if you are not able to be plugged in and you're just throwing it away in storage, turn the key to off and that'll just kill all the power coming from the battery. Down below you have your stabilizing jacks on all 4 corners, and that is a 3/4 inch socket, which you do have a manual crank that comes with it, but I recommend just getting your drill on the attachment and then get anything like a 2x4 or whatever underneath that so it's not digging in the mud. And like I said, they're just stabilizing jacks. Don't try and change a tire using those or anything. Right here with your slide, you can spray all these rubber seals and then any moving part down below with the dry base silicone spray just once every few months, or depending on how rough it's going in and out on you. And then you do have some stickers labeled here. It'll be for whenever the slide's in, but right down below, the white valve right there is how you drain the fresh tank, so all your holding water, all the fresh water. And then the gray handle next to it is the gray tank for the bathroom soapy water, which will also funnel down behind the slide over here. But you do have another valve right here underneath the slide. So looking there, you'll have the gray tank valve there, which is for all the kitchen soapy water. And then this black tank valve right here is for the toilet water. So pulling towards you is open, pushing away from you is closed for all the valves, and they will all drain out from this one spot here. With your black tank, which is the toilet water, like I said, keep about 5 to 10 gallons of water directly in the toilet with a couple ounces of chemical before anyone starts going to the bathroom. That way it'll just be a nice clean flow whenever you're dumping your station. If for whatever reason it gets all nasty on you, right here, this is your black tank flush. So basically you'll just hook up your garden hose, same as city water. And then, but with the black tank flush, that is spraying a jet directly in the black tank itself, cleaning off all the sides and everything inside that tank if it got all nasty on you. City water, I definitely recommend a water regulator just because the the PSI inside there is about 65. So anything below that will be just fine. And that also bypasses filling the tank. That'll just hit directly all your water lines. Shower, hot and cold, that's pretty much it there. You have a hookup here, so if you bring the satellite along or you have a full hookup campsite, you can plug in there and that'll give you channels throughout the inside. And then just a storage compartment with its own light inside as well. We do keep a standard sewer hose in there for you in the bumper. And that's great to get you started or have as backup if you have a more heavy duty one. And this is your cord. You have about 36 feet of that roughly. 30 amp. Up top, got your camera already ready to go. Basically the monitor will sit in the vehicle as long as you have all your running lights on. You'll have the camera. This is for the outdoor grill. These 2 prongs is what it'll sit on. And then down below, you'll have a gas line right here. So basically with the valve perpendicular with the line, it'll unlock it and let you get in your quick disconnect gas line. Once the gas line is in place, you'll turn it parallel with the line. It'll lock it in place and give you gas flow. And then actually right down below it, follow your stickers. You have a red and blue water line. Those are for all the water lines going throughout the underbelly, reaching all the sinks, showers, and all that. With your awning, both sides are going to be the same, but if it's a light rainy day or the sun is in your eyes, you can yank one side down or the other whenever it's fully extended. That way it'll adjust the pitch water will drip one way or the sun will stay out of your eyes, like I said. This light switch right here will be for a little blue light underneath your stairs. Might be a little hard to see right now, but that's where that'll be. Right behind the door you have your fridge. This is behind the fridge. You'll probably never have to mess with it, but you have the plug in for it right here. The burner is going to be right behind here for it, no bigger than a cigarette lighter. I just recommend leaving it on auto mode. That way, since we're plugged in, it knows we need to run off of electric. As long as propane's open, if you were to lose power for whatever reason, it would automatically transfer to gas. Furnace here, just be careful what you keep in front of that if you have the furnace going, because it will melt through things. Your fresh tank fill will be right here. You just stick in the garden hose and let it go. Basically, whenever it starts spitting water out, down below, it's right above your axles, but there's a little water line. It's a white line. That is going to start shooting water out, letting you know to shut the water off because the tank's filled. And you'll just use the pump in order to use all that water. We've got some TV hookups here, outlets like at home. The factory does send a mount with this, so as long as you have a TV that fits the specific mount, you can take it inside and out using that block there. Stovetop vent up here. It's just two plastic tabs. Just make sure they're open if you're cooking so it's not bubbling up in your face, and close it when you're done so nothing's crawling in on you. Speakers up top will be controlled from the inside as well, same as the LED strip has its off and on switch inside. Your water heater. Priority one's getting water in the tank. It's both electric and gas. It spits water out like that. It's letting you know that it's filled. Go ahead and turn it on, whichever you choose. If nothing comes out when you pull that lever, don't turn it on. Just wait until find out how to get water in there. And I usually just go into the bathroom, turn on both sides of the faucet whenever I pressurize my water system, and that helps bring the water to this and also gets all the air out of the lines. And then inside here you do have a little light switch, and that will be for the blue lights up front on the front cap. And then this light inside was same as the other. This will be the gas line for your outside grill. This is the crank for your electric tongue jack if you lost the power for that. And then this one is the manual crank for all your stabilizing jacks. And then we do give you just a 30 to 110 adapter to do some driveway camping. And that'll be all your hitch work. That's pretty much it on the outside, so we can head on in. Oh. Just so you know how to work the stairs, and just go straight up like that. It sits right in the door. A little blue flip latches on. Lock and pull it down. If the door is scraping at the top, whenever you close it, instead of nice and clean like that, you can adjust the pins down below on either side to either go up or lower. Right inside here, right at the door. So right at the top, basically all these buttons are letting you know how filled all your tanks are. So we got a filled fresh tank, filled battery, and everything else is empty. For your water heater, like I said, once you know water's in the tank, electric right here, gas there. Whenever any three of these are going, the red light is on, letting you know that that switch is on. And then if you're off the fresh tank, water pump right there to pressurize. If you were trying to light it on gas and this lit up red, it is letting you know that it did not light, so just double check what's going on there. With your slide out, once you start hearing the gears going, that's letting you know it's fully extended or retracted. And then just watch your awning come in and out. And my suggestion to you is if you are not using your awning or just sitting under it directly, roll it in. It just takes one bad gust of wind to take your awning away. Living room lights here, awning light, the LED strip underneath the awning. And that's pretty much it there. This will just be some storage here with a motion sensing light, and you do have an outlet in there. Right above me is your smoke detector, which is a 9-volt battery, and you do have a fire extinguisher right at the door. Your TV here, it is on a swing arm. No, I'm sorry, it's on just a bracket there, so you will have to work it off, and if you need to plug anything in there. Your radio here though is a DVD player, so you just plug in the DVD. You may have to find the channel, but it's ready to go. Your zone 1 and 2, basically 1 is inside speakers, 2 is outside. Everything else is pretty basic. Your fridge here, so both buttons pushed out right now, they're off. When I push them both in, oh, it's on. So right now it's kind of sensing what it needs to do. Can't see. Oh, there we go. So as long as both buttons are on, it'll go to auto, and it's letting us know that we're plugged in and it's going off of electric right now. If for whatever reason it needed to switch to gas, that would light up, letting you know that it lit on gas. And if it did not light on gas, this check light would light up orange, letting you know that something's going on with the gas system on the fridge. Basic microwave, got a light here and then a fan as well. For your stove, just keep folding the glass back, get a little backsplash. Then you've got a night light there, and then all the way down will be the oven light with the night light. And then for your stove top, all three of these, just get them to the flame. It'll be a never-ending right turn to ignite it as long as gas is open. And for the oven, push and hold on the flame, and then once again, it's a never-ending right turn until that pilot lights up. USBs and outlets here. Those will just sink down. I would probably throw these in a drawer somewhere safe or underneath the benches, just whenever you hit the road. Down below will be all the breakers and fuses, lots of 15s, and it looks like a 30. They are all roughly labeled for you, so just get a handful of those for backup. Plenty of storage in here. And then the water heater access panel is actually right behind here, along with the pump. So basically, when you get behind here, if you ever do your winterizing, this clear tube is how you'll end up pumping all the antifreeze through. You'll follow the clear tube to that white valve, turn it the opposite way it's sitting now. That'll bypass the pump pumping off the fresh tank. And then right inside there, there's going to be a couple valves behind the water heater on the blue and red line. Looks like they're both white valves as well. Just turn them the opposite way they're sitting now, which bypasses the water heater. And you'll just drain that outside, leave it be, and then pump ink through all your faucets and everything. With your door on the sliding door here, definitely make sure that it's all the way open, and then that little rubber band's around there. And then at the floor there is your RV, or excuse me, your propane and gas, what is this here? Carbon monoxide and gas detectors. All right. Outlets up top for TV. If you end up getting one, try and find the back. There's a extra piece of wood back there to tie into. You have a vent and a fan up there, which you'll have to manually open and turn on with the black switch in the corner. And then you have these two light switches on either side, which is the blue lights in the corner there. And then all these lights in here, if they don't switch off with that switch on the wall, then you'll probably have to shut them off here. And then you do have a little bit of storage under there, and that is the outside grill. Outlets on both sides, if I didn't already say that. And then your emergency exit, just lift up, pull straight, push out. That'll go as far out as you can push it, and the screen pops out real easily. Let's see. This is the wall mount that I was talking about. Basically, as long as the TV fits this mount, you can take it in and out off that block that I was showing you outside. This is the parts catalog. If we don't have it, we can order it for you. And then this is going to be a preventative maintenance sheet. This is going to help you out, this being a brand new unit. Basically, if you want drinkable water in here, you know, out of the tap water faucet, get a water regulator. Like I said, if you're on city water, hook that up to the spigot. Get an inline water filter, hook that up to the regulator, and then a sanitized hose and hook that up to the filter. Everything pumping into the camper now will be regulated and filtered, ready to use. Toilet chemical, like I said, 5 to 10 gallons of water directly in the toilet, a couple ounces of that, and that's going to help keeping everything digested and pumping out nice and easy for whenever you're dumping your station. RV Marine Safe toilet paper. Check your roof about twice a year, so if you ever need to seal anything up there, try and clean it off as best you can. And then we use a self-leveling sealant called Jayco, and you just apply that, it'll do the rest for you. Surge protector, I definitely recommend. That way, if anything happens, it'll fry that instead of everything electrical in here. Wheel chalks, you can just do some 2x4s. Slide out lube was the dry base silicone spray I told you about. Slide out seal roof wash and conditioner is basically some soap with, once you rinse it off, after you're done scrubbing everything down, it will leave like a protective coating over it. RV wash and wax is basically just some wax with some soap in it. And then mildew stain remover is really good at getting your awning clean. And then 4U cleaner is really good at getting all the bug guts and black streaks off the sides. And then your keys here, 2 sets, 4 keys in total. The silver keys are pretty much for everything, and the black key will be for the outdoor shower. And then probably all the smaller locks. TV remote. And actually, since everything's Furrion right there, you can use it as your stereo remote too. You just gotta press the little buttons on the top. This will be the camera monitor, so basically, like I said outside, plug this into the vehicle, turn your running lights on, and you'll have the camera at all times. All the thing it came in. Instructions, owner's manuals, all the good stuff there. And with your table here, down below, basically these legs pop out from the base of the table and down at the floor, and then you'll set those to the side, and the bench will actually, or the table will actually sit on all 4 pegs here. That way you can adjust the cushions and have a bed or something. You do have a light switch here for here, up top above the dinette, and then this one on the wall here will be for above the couch. This emergency exit, just flip these hooks. Once again, that'll go as far out as you can push it. Got a jackknife couch here for an extra bed. Got a little storage underneath there, any extra blankets or pillows. Thermostat, you're just gonna sit here in tap mode until you get what you want. At this screen, this is the fan screen, so you can go from high to low or auto. Just leave it on auto, that way it doesn't always make noise at you. Cold, hot, if it starts reading anything below 32 degrees, it's reading Celsius, so just double tap the 2 arrows. Furnace does run off propane, so make sure that's all the way open. You do have another one of those rubber bands, same as the bedroom door. Make sure that is all the way open and latched before you hit the road. You got your fan right here, and then your light switch for inside. GFI, if any outlets pop, you know where to go. You do have to manually open this vent though, in order to get the fan, or in order for it to ventilate. And then foot pedal to flush. Basic shower, but definitely want to make sure that this rubber band is latched around. Try not to overwork the rubber band. It isn't the strongest thing in the world. Your AC up here though, you got this vent they can open, so once you kick it on, it'll start cooling down real quick here. But if it's bedtime, close that up, it'll hit all the vents instead. And there's just a mesh filter in here you can take out and wash in the sink. Other than that, I think that's pretty much it on inside and out. If you guys have any questions, feel free to call and ask. Other than that, enjoy your new camper.